Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the Pure Essential webinar. And we have with us today Mansi Zaveri from Kidstop Press. She's the founder. She's also a podcaster, author. We have Parinita Sethi. She is from the Global Spa magazine and she's editor and she's curated some of the most memorable wellness events in India. We have Kanisha Malhotra. She's an entrepreneur, actor, filmmaker, fashion influencer with a huge following of 3 million viewers. And we have Pratishtha Rana, who's a health coach and a wellness influencer and a big fan of essential oils. And of course, we have Romain, who's the global education manager from Pure Essential Laboratory and who joined the brand in 2016. And he's in charge of the educational program and content of all the groups since that time. So today, of course, we're going to be discussing about the health benefits of essential oils, the new normal in these stressful times, and a bit about Pure Essential. It has been a French family-run laboratory since 2005. With the passion for all things natural and aromatherapy, the brand has clinically developed into most effective ready-to-use product ranges. Available in a wide range of 280 products across 90 countries, this Made in France brand is vegan, synthetic fragrance-free, paraben-free. Pure Essential was launched in India at a key period during the pandemic and has already built a loyal fan following, especially among the trendsetters and market leaders. So, Romain, thank you for joining us. And we are very glad at the Women Inspiring Network to be hosting this for you. And I'm really, really glad that you will be sharing with us some insights. So, let me begin with you. What is aromatherapy? Please share some light on that.
First of all, thank you so much for the invitation. And yes, hello, everyone. If we speak about aromatherapy, I think it's important to speak about essential oil, right? So how do we obtain essential oil? Basically from plant, flowers, bark. So many different parts of plant can create essential oil. To obtain those essential oil, we need to do what we call hydro distillation or steam distillation. And then we can use essential oil. Basically, we can use essential oil for flavor. We can use them for fragrance. And what we are interested in today, we can use essential oil as well for therapy, okay? And basically, aromatherapy, that's the fact of using essential oil for treatment, okay? So we use essential oil for their properties like anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, anxiolytic, and so on, okay? And today we speak with our audience in India. I think we don't have to forget that India is one of the major and largest producer of essential oil in the world. So you produce very well-known sandalwood essential oil, peppermint essential oil, lemongrass. So a lot of very useful essential oil.
Parinita and Pratishtha, what according to you is aromatherapy and how has it been a part of your life? You know how aromatherapy has been a part of even Ayurveda. Like if we look at our Indian culture, and I can't see, I think Pratishtha must have dropped out of the call. But Parinita, why don't you answer that? And how it's well integrated in the Indian culture. So I'd like to know more about it, Parinita, and please throw some light on the same, Mansi and Kanisha.
Yes, so it's firstly, I'd like to thank you all for having me on this panel. I mean, with people who are absolute experts and pros on aromatherapy. I feel like the amateur in it, but in any case, aromatherapy has actually been a part of our life since a very long time. In the Indian context, even before aromatherapy became a huge thing globally, we were using it in incense sticks. We would buy those lovely sticks, which beautiful aromas and things like that. Also in Ayurveda, it has been used a lot. Like we all know in Ayurveda, Ayurveda's premise is the three doshas, Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So based on that, different aromas are used for treating the body type. Like Romain said, aromatherapy oils are made from plants, bark, flowers, and it takes, in fact, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of that particular source product to make the aromatherapy, the oils, the essential oils. And it's very important for us all to know that, of course, aromatherapy has no side effects, no known side effects, but there is always a fact that we have to be careful with everything that we use. So it's highly important for us to choose the right aromatherapy oils, because it's so expensive. So there are a lot of fly by night operators who will put chemicals in it, and it may not be good for us. So I would highly recommend, if you're using an aromatherapy oil for your skin, do a patch test first. Do a patch test, make sure you're buying it from the right source, and then use the aromas. Now, from the context of spas, aromatherapy has been used since, like, it's used very very often, in fact all the time. If you look at a spa menu, you will find that there are lots of aroma therapy massages. You go into a steam or you go into a sauna, they will have some nice aromatherapy essential oils over there, which actually makes you feel wonderful the minute you walk into a sauna. Not only that, the minute you walk into a spa, you will get a beautiful waft of the beautiful aroma oils. So, aromatherapy is something that is used across the board in various places. In fact, I at home itself, I use a lot of these aroma oils in the burners. In fact, I'll tell you a story. I, in fact, use a lot, but my son is a complete disbeliever of aroma oils, but he has a sleep problem. So just to, basically to make him happy, make me happy, he said, "Okay, mom, put it in my room." And I used a aroma diffuser with lavender oil in it, and he's had a great improvement in his sleep problems. So it's something, I think aromatherapy is something that works wonders, has been around for a long, long time, but has to be used carefully. Of course, no side effects, but be careful when you buy the aroma oils. Make sure you buy it from a trusted source. That is what my take is
Mhm.
on aroma oils, really.
Mansi, what are your thoughts? Are you using aromatherapy in any form in your daily routine?
So absolutely, if you're following me on Instagram, you know that I am obsessed about oils and incense sticks. Because when I practice and meditate every single day, it's a part of my routine to light the incense sticks, put the diffusers on, and then meditate, because it just creates a very, very calming effect. I must also mention that, when my kids were much younger, my elder daughter had some, I don't know, maybe not a disorder, but a concern where she would actually wake up crying in the middle of the night. And it's called something which is called night terrors, that typically happens to kids when they're really, really, really tired. And the only way to kind of resolve it is either through a whole bunch of medication, or to calm the child down and make sure that he or she sleeps before bedtime. And that's the time my pediatrician actually recommended that, why don't you try an essential oil? And each night I would actually, put on the lavender essential oil, and then I would, calmly pacify her and put her to sleep. And Suti, kid you not, in a span of 3 or 4 episodes that it actually happened after I started doing that, I saw a significant drop, and in the next 3 or 4 times it was gone. So I am so happy that instead of drugging the child, because the only way that you put otherwise is put your child in deep sleep, which is with a cough syrup or any of those. The best, chose the most natural way, and I'm so glad that it worked. And it's kind of become a practice ever since. And because I'm a student of Ayurveda, I use it in multiple things, whether it's on the skin. We all use rosemary oil for the hair, for the skin we use different oils. So it's now become like a household thing. And even when people gift me, they know that, okay, this is what will work with Mansi. So I think it's become quite synonymous to that extent.
And your thoughts, Kanisha? Are you using aromatherapy?
So I wasn't, yes, I am. I wasn't aware of aromatherapy like a year ago, I suppose. I have a major chronic migraine problem. So for me, it was biggest problem that no medicine used to work for me.
I think we are having an issue, but Pratishtha, let me ask you if your take on
on me. So a friend
aromatherapy.
of mine suggested that I take essential oil and
Yeah. Pratishtha, can you hear me? Okay. So for all our
hi,
viewers,
can you hear me? I was
I think there's a bit of a network issue.
Shruti.
Yeah.
There's
You
a
can hear it too, yeah. Mm.
So we, for all our viewers here, we have a surprise. So please do share the live, and at the end of it, the surprise would be revealed. And let me ask you, Romain, uh, your experience of aromatherapy in Europe, because there's so many research studies and stories you can share with our panel and audience here.
Yes, I think something different, and as we know, Ayurveda is a very strong medicine, aromatherapy as well. Now, something very different those days is that there is a lot of publication on essential oil. In 2021, there is more than 20,000 publication on essential oils. That makes something more similar to natural to drugs. That we've got what we call evidence-based medicine. And with this publication, we see that we've got some effect and very interesting in sleep, as we speak before, but as well, for example, for anti-inflammatory, for germs. If we want to kill virus, if we want to kill bacteria, we've got some explanation in different kind of studies. It could be in vitro, in vivo, or in real life. And we highlight the fact that essential oil are very strong. And just to get back to the point, in Europe and in some different countries, I can see a very high rise of natural product to treat yourself naturally. So of course, essential oil is part of this, but I can see that consumer want something naturally to treat themselves. It's all the time about the balance between benefit and risk. And what we can see with essential oil, we've got a lot of benefit with no side effect. The only side effect we can have is only if you've got misusage. So yes, in France, but not only in France, in Spain, in Italy, in Portugal, in the UK, we see that people are asking for this kind of product, efficient, with no side effect.
Yeah.
Hi guys, were you able to listen to me? I was speaking and I don't know what happened.
No, there was a disruption. So you can tell us your take on aromatherapy, Kanisha.
Yes. So I was telling you that I have a major migraine problem. I have chronic migraine. So a friend of mine suggested to start taking aromatherapy and use essential oils in my steam. And trust me, I mean, there are particular oils only like, which I have to use, like eucalyptus oil or peppermint, which are really good for my sinus and migraine. So I started using them, and touch wood, to be honest, I used to have like 15 attacks in a month. And now it's hardly like, I mean, it's still there, but it has come down so much that I feel so refreshed when I wake up. I used to always feel lethargic, and I used to feel really low on energy. I was not able to work out. So that has really helped me. Apart from the skincare routine I use it in, but that is something I wanted to really share, that it has really helped me in my health issues.
And with the new work regime, we all are doing housework, of course, working, taking care of the kids, the homework, and practically sanitizing everything. In the last couple, I think maybe the last 1 year, I've even been sanitizing the vegetables also, which is coming home. So I wanted to know, like, how do you all take out time for yourself to relax? Mansi, let's begin with you. How do you relax yourself?
So I completely agree with Tanisha when she mentioned on the morning steam inhalation with the essential oil. So I also use the eucalyptus oil with my steam because I am, of the pitta prakriti, which Parinita was mentioning earlier. And that's why it has really, really helped my migraine issue as well. So I make sure that I wake up at least an hour and a half before my kids, and I try and sleep with them the same time so I can wake up that much earlier and make sure I carve out enough time for myself, because I don't like to be the deprived grumpy mom, the deprived grumpy woman who then wants to be the grumpy mom. So I think that is one. And the other one is by you know by also doing these fun things, right? We also like the kids like also lighting up different spaces, or like you said, I think we've all done like home makeover as much in COVID, right? So we're also trying to create a lot of the outdoor experiences indoors. So even kind of doing up different rooms differently, that emanate a different vibe. I think that has been a great part of how we keep sane.
And what about you, Parinita?
I have a series of things that I really do to relax. The first thing is, of course, spending time with the kids. Now, both my boys are they don't live here. One of them lives in Bombay, but he's here right now, and the other one has just come back from his studies from London. So the most important thing is spending time with the kids, playing games with them, and that's the total chill factor. Other than that, is we have started actually cooking together. So it is so much of fun to cook with the kids. And again, the aromas come into the picture where all those beautiful, you add those little extra cinnamons and things like that to get a great aroma. And I'm actually I'm not a great cook. I've never cooked before the lockdown. So it's something that I'm learning, and doing it with kids is so much of fun. And of course, there is, we tend to play games with them, we exercise, I meditate. And these are all the things that I've actually started doing during the lockdown, and I'm finding them so interesting. So, of course, walks is something you can't do outdoors. So I started doing a new thing is I put on loud music and I dance. So that is something that really makes me feel wonderful, and well, a lot of things. And of course, I can never miss the fact that I watch a lot of content on OTT. I don't know what I would have done without that. So those are the things that I really do to relax. Things that I would have never got the opportunity to do when we were, at a 12-hour work shift and stuff like that. So there are the positives which you've got to be thankful for. And that's it. And like everybody was saying, steam inhalation really helps. I do that. I make my kids do that. My son has a bit of a sinus problem, so I make him do a lot of steam inhalation with peppermint. So these are the interesting things that one really gets down
And
to.
yeah, Kanisha, your thoughts?
So I have been working continuously because everything has come online. So for us influencers, I mean, Mansi must be knowing everything is online right now, and because of that, I hardly get time to relax. So in the end of the day, when I'm just done with my work, I put a nice series, and I put obviously peppermint or eucalyptus. These are the only oils which actually help me with my headache, because in the end of the day, I have a major, massive headache, and that's the thing which relaxes me. I start feeling a lot because computer screens all the time, and phone and camera and ring light, everything is there. So for that, I just put some oil in the diffuser, and I put some nice music or a nice series, and I switch on my AC. I just relax and I sit. That's the most relaxing part of my day.
And we have a question from one of our viewers, Romain, while we were going live. So
Yeah.
the viewer is saying, I've been suffering from insomnia since lockdown last year. Which essential oils can help him? Please throw some light on that.
I think there is not. I think there is several essential oil that you can use to relax, to calm anxiety, and to help for insomnia. Um, Sleep is really underrated, and we don't always think as much important is sleep. Sleep is important, for example, for growth regulation, for memorization, for heart disease. Uh, like years after years, we start to get new studies about how sleep is important to maintain, like what we call homeostasis, like your body in a good shape in your mind, good shape in your body. So if you don't sleep well, you will have problems, or short-term problems or long-term problems. Saying that, like some people will say, okay, I don't have sleep, I will take some pills, like sleeping pills. This, we know you don't have any good quality sleeps. And this is why I think like all you can do with a good hygiene, it will be very interesting, like doing sport, going outside, cooking, everything what you say as well, Mansi, Kanisha, are very interesting. And essential oil as well, it's part of a natural process. When you are just inhalating essential oil, that can really bring you down. And for example, the most well-known essential oil is the lavender essential oil, Lavandula angustifolia. This one is well known all over the world, and there is more than 100 studies on this one, and even some clinical studies doing some comparison between the Lavandula angustifolia and one drug. It's called lorazepam, one strong anxiolytic, and we can see the effect are as strong with the essential oil and with the drugs. The only difference is that you don't have the side effect. The second day, when you wake up, you feel more fresh, and you don't have the drowsiness. You're not tired, you can drive. And of course, it's not magical. You need to use it for several days. You can apply topically. Maybe we will speak about this later, but you can inhale as well. So lavender essential oil, it's one of my, I would say, top 5 essential oil, and very good for anxiety and sleep.
Yeah. In fact, I have been using some of your products and I'm really happy. I have a 5-year-old daughter and I can see her spraying all the time. So now we have Pratishta who's joined us. So Pratishta, we've been all waiting to hear your voice. So tell us your take on essential oil, since you're a big fan of essential oil.
Pratishta, you're on mute.
Yes.
Can you hear me now? I don't know what's happening. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, so Romaine, like you said, lavender essential oil, that's my favorite too, honestly. And so how I got into the habit of using, like I used to do yoga in New York. And then when my yoga teacher came, so at the end of the session, she always put lavender essential oils on my,
Wrist.
on my points here. Yeah, on my wrists here. And so that really, I think, like really helped me like calm me down. And then she's like, she told me like how it's beneficial and like, and like releasing the energy, like any stagnation in our body. So actually you're supposed to put it on your reflex points. Like it's same as acupuncture, like you can put on your vagus nerves here. So it's great for your parasympathetic system. We all know it's the rest and digest system. So it's great for that. Also, how you use it is very important. Like you got to know the points. And oil of oregano is like my favorite as well, I think. And that's like really gained popularity last year. It's great for it's it's antibacterial, antiviral, and yeah, so that's great. And yeah, and I love your product. I was checking it out, the home cleaning spray, which gets
The purifying spray.
yeah, antibacterial. That is, I think, beautiful. The lime and all those blends. I think blends work better rather than the single ones. Yeah. So you've got like really nice blends.
Yeah.
So like work synergy with each other and then just, boost each other's performance.